3, 4. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. We are Heart Dream, and we're here to celebrate Thanksgiving with you. So please join us in singing All That I Need. All that I need comes to me.
Sing it with us.
All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me.
I can't hear you.
I've been set free. I'm released.
I'm released.
I've been set free. I'm released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free. I'm released.
Sweet rain.
Sweet rain that washes me clean.
Washes me clean.
Sweet rain that washes me clean. The mind creates all things, into my life it brings. Sweet rain that washes me clean. All that I need comes to me.
Comes to me.
All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes comes to me, comes to me.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. My name is Carl. Normally, my beautiful wife Carolyn is standing right here, but she's not feeling too chipper today. She was kind of 50-50 about coming, and the wrong 50 won out. So I will stand on my own 2 feet here. We want to greet and bless everyone who is watching online. Your presence adds to our spiritual community, and we are grateful you are with us. So thank you for joining us. Please join me in welcoming our guest musicians today, Heart Dream. Steve and Marilyn Bangs have come 3,000 miles just to be with us today, which is I really appreciated. We bring people in from distances, but pretty good far away. They are joined today by Melissa Olson on keyboards and Scott Town on drums. So thanks to all of you for sharing your music with us today. And please visit Heart Dream on the patio after the service, and you can take some of their music home with you. Today, Reverend Kristin will be delivering our talk, which is the 2 branches of gratitude. Before we begin, I invite you to turn your phones to silence as we enjoy this sacred service time together. Now let's take a moment to be grateful for the land our center rests upon. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land. And we honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today and are grateful for those who stewarded this land before us. And we commit to taking not only care of these sacred grounds, but all of Mother Earth. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world is that we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness. And our mission is who we have come here to be. So let's say this together. Together, we are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And we've identified 4 core values for Unity of Walnut Creek, and they are love, connection, service, and wisdom. If you are with us for the first time, welcome. If you feel comfortable, please raise your hands and we may bring you a welcome packet. Good to see you. So welcome, and please join us on the patio. Please go over to the bookstore for a special gift for you, and please join us on the patio on this beautiful sunny day afterwards for some coffee and get to meet each other. Connection cards are available in the newcomer welcome packets and in the seat pockets in front of you. These are for everyone, and with these cards, you may submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week. You may also share feedback or request information, so please place the cards along with your offering in the baskets later in the service. For those of you viewing online, connection cards are available on the Watch Live page of our website. We have several activities to highlight this week. Autumn is a season for abundance and gratitude. So let's give thanks together this year. Share your gratitude with our spiritual family at an uplifting service this Wednesday, November 22nd, starting at 7 o'clock. We will enjoy a special message, sacred music, readings, and personal sharing time. The holiday season is a sacred time to remember and celebrate the lives of those who have transitioned to the spirit realm. Gather to find solace during our remembrance service on Friday. I know it says Thursday, but it's Friday. Did they change it? Wow, thank you, team. That was quick. That happened since the 9:30 service. Good job, guys. It is on Friday, December the 8th, starting at 6:30. This heartwarming event will provide space for healing, honoring ancestors, and finding comfort with your spiritual family. The community altar in the sanctuary foyer is ready now, so bring photos, mementos, or write messages on the hearts provided to honor your loved ones who have passed on. Unity is sponsoring with the Interfaith Council to provide meal kits to at least 150 people. Would you like to help? Yes. I'm going to hear yes. Thank you. There are two ways to help, and you can do both if you choose. You can donate money so we can help buy the meals for the meal kits, or volunteer to come on, I think it's going to be December 16th, to put the kits together. So you can see Jeremy Branch. Is Jeremy? There he is. Smiling Jeremy Branch. You can see Jeremy on the patio after the service, or you can email him, but why would you do that when you can see him in person? So. And now I'd like to invite Mike McGarvey to the platform so he can tell us about Unity's Thanksgiving potluck to celebrate our abundance.
I just love Thanksgiving, and the reason is that I get to eat here at 12 noon with you. We're having a potluck. People are bringing turkeys. People are bringing things and dropping off, including turkeys, on the way to their family. And we'll have a bunch of people. And if you're brand new here today, that's fine. You're part of the family. Come on. We'll see you just a few minutes before 12 on Thursday. And we have a sign up out there that tells you what we need right now. A lot of vegetable dishes are always good. And everything that Kristin has talked about over this year will be shown in one way or another in that meal that we share together. There's that love. I've seen what I would call miracles happen. There's the gratitude and camaraderie, fellowship, I guess we could call it. All these things happen, and it's because you're here. So you're invited, and come on in, come on down. We're looking for you.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I've known Mike for a while now, and he gets excited about a lot of things at church, but Thanksgiving, that's Thanksgiving meal, that's his thing if you know him. He lights up with that, and it's genuine. It comes from his heart, that is for sure. So for more information and registration for all of our events, please see our website, or you may visit the welcome tables for flyers right across the patio after church. As we prepare for a time of meditation, please join me in taking a conscious breath and affirming our statement of faith. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my heart, the all-loving goodness of God. And now we'll begin with music, followed by a guided meditation and silence.
I find my greatest strength when I become still and enter the silence of my deepest being. I find my greatest strength when I become still and enter the silence of my deepest being. I find my greatest strength when I become still and enter the silence of my deepest being.
And so we breathe now and drop into that deepest place within our being. That secret place of the Most High. It is both familiar and mysterious. There is always more to be revealed, more to be experienced. This wealth of inner riches. And so just finding the natural rhythm of our breath. Breathing in the fullness, the goodness of God, the divine essence within us. Spirit of plenty. Breathing out our gratitude, the countless blessings of our lives. Invite you to call to your heart someone or something for which you are grateful. Just allow that image to linger here as you feel the gratitude. And blessing this being, your well wishes for their highest and best good. Just a simple thank you. You might begin to feel the press of another who wants to be blessed, to be remembered for all the gratefulness that you feel. So allowing an image of another to arise in your heart. Could be a person, could be a pet, could be a place. Having sent our gratitude out once again, let's drop into that infinite presence where we become refilled, strengthened. Just breathing now easily and effortlessly. Dropping into that great well of abundance in the silence. Having now been infilled and enriched by our silent connection with the One. Let's just breathe out in a sharing of all the blessings, sharing the peace and the gratitude, the goodness that overflows from a heart refilled. Seeing how as our gratitude and light and love begins to intertwine, it comes together more abundantly. It is shared from this collective place, out in every direction upon the earth. Whoever is in need today of some uplifting encouragement, a little more light or love or peace, we see those blessings multiplied and received in their abundance. Breathing back into that secret place within you, giving thanks to that one infinite source of good. And so it is.
I find my greatest strength when I become still and enter the silence of my deepest being.
Sitting in the stillness of my heart, I close my eyes, going deeper within, feeling the warmth welling up inside, letting the symphony of love
Raindrops fall in a clear crystal bowl. Every chord harmonizes my soul. From my dream I awaken to sing. Gratitude and thanks for everything.
violet blue aura in my third eye gives way to dazzling brilliance of light.
Well, we've missed Heart Dream, haven't we? So glad you were able to come back and be with us. And I just love those rhythms that Scott added. That was just gorgeous. Hello to everybody online. We're so glad to have you with us, and those who are outside. I want to let you know there's some cushions over in that bin if you'd like a cushion for your chair. See a few of you basking in the sunshine. So, it's good to be together, isn't it? Yeah. Especially these times, where it's just that warm holiday time of year that we're entering into, and it's just feels extra yummy to be together with spiritual community and family. So there were two travelers, and they had been walking for a very long way, and it was very hot day, speaking of sunshine, and they'd gone a long time completely exposed to the sun. And then there, like a beacon on a small hill, is a tree. And they come to this tree. And you would think that there would be a kind of response that we might expect us to have, right? But these two travelers, boy, they just went to a different direction with their experience. And so the one traveler says, "Oh, this tree has no fruit. It is absolutely of no service to humankind." This while they're standing in the shade, right? Beginning to sit down and rest. And the other says, "Oh, yeah, I was really wanting some fruit too." And you can almost see like the little thought bubble, right? "Oh, if I could only have a juicy piece of fruit. Oh, I wish I had fruit." So there they are standing in the shade, right? Just longing for that which they do not have. And the one got more miserable as they thought about that fruit that they wished for and just plopped down in disgust. Now, a few days later, there were two other travelers who were walking a similar path. Again, a really hot, sunny day. They had been exposed for a long time. They come to the tree, and the one says, "Oh, I am so grateful for this shade. This tree, how magnificent, truly is a beacon on this small hill." And the other says, "Oh, me too. This is so fantastic," as she lays down on the cooled earth in the shade of that tree and soon drifts off into sweet dreams. Now, which of those travelers would you want to accompany you in your life journey? And which of the sets of travelers are you? How are you showing up in the world? It's always a question for us, right? It's always a choice. One of the things, as we're talking about the topic of gratitude this week and Thanksgiving, I was thinking about, because we just recently wrote this annual report for our annual meeting, and usually we kind of look through the whole year and everything we've done, and we try to talk about, we can't always talk about everything we've done, but about 10 pages worth of things this community has done, right, in the last 12 months. And so I said to Felicia that day, I said, "Wow, have you ever like written a resume or an application, and afterwards you go, you know what? I've done a lot in my life." You ever had that experience? Like suddenly it's all there on paper, and you think, wow, I've traveled a lot of miles here and accomplished some things. That's how I felt about our community when we wrote that annual report and looked back at all that we accomplished together. So when's the last time you took stock like that? That can be one of the ways that we begin to feel filled up and grateful for all that we have experienced. And of course, it's not just about outer accomplishments. That's just the beginning, right? It's really more about the depth underneath that, the things we have experienced, the connections that we've had with other people, the moments of love and friendship and infilling, the time somebody had told us how much that we meant to them, or we told them what they mean to us and felt filled by that. overflowing in the heart. So it's all of that that helps us to recognize that there is fulfillment in our experience, and there is healing moments and transformative moments. And even though we go through tough things, we know every time we do, we get stronger and more resilient and have blessings that come with that experience. Especially easy to see that when we're through it, right? But even when we're in it, I always think of what Maya Angelou said, whatever happens in life, let your first response be thank you. That's really walking the talk, isn't it? That's really a recognition of an affirmation of what is yet to come, of a knowing that there is always goodness even in the difficulties of life, even in the losses of life, right? Grief is an expression of love. And so we're recognizing that big love that we have experienced when we feel pain from having lost someone in our lives. So, next time you look in the mirror, I want to encourage you to think about all these miles you've traveled, and maybe you can reach for one of those sayings that we all know, you've come a long way, baby. And you might even add, and the best is yet to come. See if that won't put a boost in your day to begin that way every morning. This month is Native American Heritage Month, and this Friday is Native American Heritage Day. I know we thought it was Black Friday, but nope. It's Buy Nothing Day. It's also known as Friendsgiving. Have you ever used that term? So some people get together with their family on Thursday, and then they get together for leftovers with their friends on Friday and call it Friendsgiving. So, but really, isn't that what Thanksgiving is about? Friendsgiving. Isn't that what the original idea of Thanksgiving was about? When the Wampanoag and the Pilgrims came together, and this story that we have about the friendship and the love and the cooperation and the sharing that happened. Well, Native Americans are asking us now for a little more truthsgiving. Because while that moment in time may or may not have happened the way that we might imagine it, we have been telling our children stories for centuries that feel like a whitewash of the pain that Native Americans have endured through genocide and so much more. And so it's a recognition of the truth and telling the truth. At the same time, we're still celebrating Thanksgiving. I heard one Native American man say, Thanksgiving is wonderful, a coming together of family and friends to share gratitude, to feast. This has been a part of our tradition since the beginning of time. Nobody would want to take away from that beautiful holiday experience. But please just tell the truth a little more about our experience. It's not exactly how we remember it. And so that is one of the gifts that we can give during this Heritage Month, is to begin to listen more and to speak more of the truth and to own up to more of our past. We can't fix it, of course, but listening is a first step. Atonement is another step that we can take. It doesn't wipe everything out, but it's something we can do. And so in whatever ways that might show up for us. So I've been listening a little more to what Native Americans are saying, Indigenous peoples are saying, and, of course there's always, it's not like a monolith, right? Everybody's going to have different opinions, different individuals, different tribes, tribal affiliations are going to have different opinions about how to honor and assist in this sort of crusade of truths-giving, if you will. And one of the things that I've learned by listening is to stop treating Native Americans like they're an artifact of the past. They're living, breathing people today that are bringing forth, in some ways, still holding customs, in some cases completely aligned with modern life. In all these different ways that we come together, it's just an honoring, an allowing, a celebrating of each other. So here at Unity of Walnut Creek, we do have a relationship with a group of Ohlone people from Indian Canyon near Hollister, California. Anne Marie Sayers is their matriarch, and she came here in 2010 and blessed our buildings when we did a big renovation. Just this year, for our 75th anniversary, her daughter Carrie came and blessed this Ohlone land. And this week, our board decided we wanted to tithe to Indian Canyon. And so I called to get some more information, and Anne Marie Sayers was put on the phone. I never had the pleasure of getting to meet her. But I mentioned to her, because Shari had told me that she had been ill, and I said, I understand that you've, been having a health challenge. And she said, yeah, I have. And I said, could I pray with you? She said, I would love that. We just had this really beautiful connection moment, And it's like those kinds of things, if we just stay open, we keep asking, we keep saying, I'm teachable, let me grow in my understanding so that I can share the abundance of my life in some ways. And so if we keep asking those questions, we can build these relationships and we can help heal and transform and work together for good. Lynn Twist. Does anybody know who Lynn Twist is? She's an author, and some of you know her. And she's really well known now for establishing the Pachamama Alliance. And what happened for Lynn was to have her tell, at least in the early days, she would say she was living a country club lifestyle. And one day she heard a talk, and she just kind of awakened to her purpose was to work to end world hunger. And she did all kinds of amazing things across our planet, went to places and worked with people toward this end. I believe she still does that work as well. And at one point got to work beside Mother Teresa before Mother Teresa made her transition. And then in the late 90s, Lynn started having mystical visions, dreams. And in those dreams, she felt pulled to the rainforest of the Amazon area. She didn't really understand what it was about, but it was compelling, so compelling that she and her husband, Bill, and some others went and followed the call. And there they met the Atuar people, and the Atuar people in the rainforest there were nervous about putting out the call. They're dreamtime people. That's a big piece of their warriors too, but there's a big piece of working in dream time. And so the call had been heard through the dreams, which is really beautiful, isn't it? And the Atuar people explained when these northern allies came that they were very afraid to do this. They hadn't had much connection with the modern world, with people outside of their beautiful slice of heaven on earth. But it was an urgent call because, as many of us know, the rainforests, now known as the lungs of the planet, were in grave danger. That through the oil mining and the ranching and the farming and all this, that much of the rainforest was beginning to recede, and their home was in dire straits, or could have been, and so too the rest of the people of the earth. So they felt like they needed to put out this call. And what they explained was that it wasn't so much about outer action to stop the oil companies or the ranchers or whatever it was. While that might have been a part of what needed to be done, they explained that what needed to be done, in their words, is to change the dream of the modern world. And they needed northern allies to help get that message out. So the dream of the modern world, the illusion that we'd been living under for so long, this overconsumption way of life, had to shift. So in other words, it was a call to shift consciousness, a call to change the way that we see the goodness of the world, not so much as abundance like never-ending supply, but sufficiency, plenty in our sufficiency. A depth of abundance. And that was the call that they answered. And so for 25 years now, this is to me a new Thanksgiving story, a modern day Thanksgiving story, a vision of a new holy day. And this is Lynn Twist here with an Atuar man making that connection, building that friendship and cooperation. You can look up the Pachamama Alliance to see the many, many things they have accomplished in the last 25 years, and you can become a part of it if you feel so inspired. So Lynn has met a lot of amazing people around the world, and one of those is Brother Steindl Rost. Brother Steindl Rost is a Benedictine monk, a beloved man who's known as the grandfather of gratitude, his nickname. And of course, gratitude has been his favorite topic, and he's 97 years old now. And Lynn asked him about gratitude, and he said, there are two branches of gratitude. He said one branch is gratefulness, and that branch of gratefulness is like when you feel filled up with light and love, and you are one with the divine, and you are so full that you are almost busting at the seams. You know that feeling? Have you had that feeling before? Where it's just, life is so good and you feel so connected. And there is that sense of just complete and utter oneness. You're contained in that bowl of life with your God. And then there's a point when it's just like, it's not quite overflowing yet, but it's right teetering on that edge, right? And then it begins to overflow. And when it begins to overflow, because you are so filled with it is such a great fullness that you have, right? A great fullness, that it then flows into the second branch of gratitude, which is thanksgiving. And then you are so glad there is an other, because you have so much to give, so much to contribute, so much to share, so much to give thanks for. You know this feeling? It's like when you first come into new teachings. Maybe this was your experience in New Thought or somewhere else, or it's principles, or you just get really turned on by some spiritual thing or way of being that you've just learned about. And you are so passionate, you want to just yell it from the mountaintop, right? Or the rooftops. You want everybody to know how fantastic this is, right? Have you been that person or been around that person? Yeah. They're going to give you the books and the workshops and all the things you need to do because this is the most fantastic thing they've ever found. It's that feeling, right? It's that overflowing feeling. It can also be a very quiet kind of thing. It can be a sense of just a bubbling up of goodness. And then it's like your words just become sweet nectar, right? You just want to appreciate everybody and tell them how much they mean to you, because it feels so good to be in that kind of space with another. It feels so good to be that kind of traveler in life. So these two branches are really the way that we can live our lives. You can imagine that we could live our whole lives within these two branches. Filling up, feeling grateful, feeling prayed up, having practiced gratitude, feeling so good, and then flowing out to share it. And then we flow out and we share it for a while, and then in the sharing, we start to feel filled up again, and then we feel more filled up, and then we feel overflowing, and then we share it again. And so it is these two branches that we are the standing talls, as Indigenous people would call us, right? We become ones who stand taller. And to give then that shade, that fruit, that life, that goodness to others. That's our journey. It's about growing up and out so that we can serve in this way and be filled through our service. True thanksgiving. So when we go back to that story, that opening story of the two travelers, and think about the one grateful for the shade of the tree, the two travelers, and then the two longing and missing for something. And then the idea that those original two travelers, it was in their fullness that they felt so happy and fulfilled by the coolness of the earth and the shade that they were getting, that they began to express thanksgiving, right? They thanked the tree. They started just saying it out loud, which means then the other person heard it and felt it as well. And so it's that dynamic, right? It's a contagious thing, our attitude of gratitude or our attitude of negativity, whichever route we decide to go. So for us, we can just be aware that recognize those moments when we are in the presence of that kind of feeling that feels like it's sort of draining our energy, that, that somebody is in that kind of space, that we can make a decision then of how we want to be and what we want to do in that scenario, right? So that we aren't continually taking in that which brings us down. And then we also can build our immunity, right? To be around what 12-steppers called stinking thinking and not go there ourselves, right? So, and we do that through our own practices, our own gratitude practices, whether that's keeping a gratitude journal or just speaking gratitude or praying gratitude or infilling, whatever it is for you that it is. It's a simpleness, a simple practice. Every time I come to write a talk, I always tell you these backstories, but it seems like every time I come to one of these topics that we have covered so many times, I go, I don't know. I don't know what, I told Brenly, I was like, I don't know what to say. Keep a gratitude journal. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. But then pretty soon it starts working on me, right? It's like, oh no, I guess there is something to say. And then you can't shut me up. It's part of the joy of being with you, truly. I love this congregation so much. I hope you know that, how very much I love all of you. Yeah, coming up on our 7 years together, and I hope 7 more. One of the great things that I love so much is not just individually getting to know you, but collectively who we are. To know that there is a place on earth where people can come through the door. And my sister, who had never been in a Unity church the first time, said, wow, everybody's so non-judgmental. It was like our first experience in a church where she felt that way, She's like, everybody's just so friendly and kind, and there's a warmth, and there's a sort of sense of welcome. And so it's like, that's just the frosting on the cake, right? But for me, it's the depth. It's the depth of, it's that, and it's the depth of the walk that you're on. It's the depth of the journey you're taking. It's the depth of your spirituality, and you're constantly wanting to grow and to learn and to stretch and to apply these things, because that's what really makes such a profound difference on the earth. And that we have a place where we can come together in this way to do that. So for each of you who contribute to that, thank you. Thank you for enriching my life so much. So it's fun, isn't it, to express our gratitude. See, now I feel full. There it goes, off to the other branch, right? This is really, gratitude is happiness, right? Happy people are grateful people. They prove it. The scientists have proven it. The University of California, Dr. Robert Emmons, lots of other social scientists, they finally said, you know what? This isn't really fun to just study what's wrong with people, the pathology. And so this whole thing of psychology and research on what's right with people has started, right? So this study, there's lots of data on happy people, and happy people are grateful people. Happy people have gratitude practices. It's not surprising, but it's kind of cool to hear that science has proven it, right? And then what they have also found is that there's a level of happiness that's all good, and it goes up profoundly when you express your gratitude. That other branch, that Thanksgiving, brings up our happiness level. So I want to introduce this very fun little video just so we can feel how good it is and witness how good it is to express our appreciation. This is from Soul Pancake.
Oh, this is hot.
Can you hear me? Loud and clear?
Hello, Annie. So, Wes, I know you've been my boss for a couple of years now. You have been a really great mentor to me, and I really appreciate that.
So I just want to thank you for being a great dad. You're always there to support me, even when I say, no, I don't really need this talk right now, but you're there nevertheless, and it's always just great to have someone to rely on.
For the past 12 years, you've been my best friend, and I want to thank you for everything you've done for me.
You've always been there for me, my number one friend. I think we both know that this is going to go a lot farther than school.
Although I know we've only been married for a year and a half, I know I don't always acknowledge how awesome you are.
You have a great sense of humor. You're witty and sharp.
You're a kind person and always thoughtful of others.
You are one of the sweetest, kindest, most thoughtful men and people in my life, and I really appreciate that.
And the whole time you were growing up, you made it so easy to be a mom. And I don't know if I've ever told you that.
You are absolutely beautiful, absolutely, and you are so, so talented. Keep doing what you're doing because it is going to take you places.
Do we switch spots? Is that what we do?
Jackson.
Yes.
I'm so lucky that you're in my life today as not only a coworker, but as a friend. You're someone that inspires me every day just to keep a positive attitude and to laugh and smile and stay lighthearted.
I always really appreciate how you start singing at the drop of a hat because you have such a beautiful voice, and I love the way that you filled my whole childhood with song.
First met you 12 years ago in kindergarten, and I'm so glad I did because you've been my best friend ever since. That's the best, so thanks.
The compliment I want to give you today that I've never said to you before is your awareness of other people and how nice you are to everyone in the room.
You're very good at making everyone in a room smile, putting everyone at ease. I admire that so much in you.
You're honestly such an amazing person. You are my best friend in the world, and you always will be. All I can say is that I really love you, and I don't know, it might be hard for you to believe because I don't act like it sometimes, but I do.
I like to say that I take after you because I think that you're just such a great person, and I aspire to be more like you as an adult. And I think that if I could be just like my mom, that would be the greatest gift I could have.
You're the most beautiful woman I know. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. I probably don't tell you that enough. Yeah.
Feel. Isn't that good? Yes, full. So I just learned something else today because I was looking at that video and it was lovely at home, but it was so much sweeter watching it with you. You know how that is? It's just like because we were all in it together and that energy is amplified. So another reason I'm grateful for you. Wow, this could go on and on. Well, let's remember as we move forward together this week about these two branches of gratitude, to allow ourselves to feel filled up, grateful, in the oneness, like, oh, there is no other. And then so glad as we spill over that there is another so that we can give back these blessings and this appreciation. I hope you will leave here or even stay here and tell everybody how much you appreciate them as it arises in your heart. So, and let's also remember that we're changing that dream. So we're shifting our dream as a part of this Thanksgiving and making a new Thanksgiving together as one. So I want to invite you we have two affirmations today for those two ends. Let's speak those together. I spread joy by sharing my appreciation for others, and I live the new sufficient collective life dream. And so it is. Blessings to you all.
Kristin, thank you. And thank you for being you. And thank you specifically for bringing your heart to everything, to every board meeting, to every talk up here, to every interaction. prayer chaplains are available after the service to provide personal prayer support. If you're a prayer chaplain serving today, please stand. Notice our excellent prayer chaplains with their lavender stoles. So whether you have a joy or concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness. And now I'd like to open our hearts to the practice of giving. I invite you, woohoo. As treasurer, I say woohoo. I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law, of circulation. As we give, we shall receive, because in truth there is no lack or limitation, and abundance is our true nature. For your convenience, there are a variety of ways to give financially to this community, shown on the slide in front of you. For those of you watching online, there's a donate button on the Watch Live page. We encourage everyone to avoid bank fees by setting up automatic giving through your bank's bill pay system. And now I invite you to take your tithe or your offering in your hand and repeat our affirmation with me. Together, one love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. Thank you.
Mirabai and I are really grateful to be back here at Unity of Walnut Creek. Thank you very much. And we look forward to catching up with you at our table on the patio. And also, I wanted to say, as most of you know, we have relocated to Washington State. And as we drove down here earlier this week, God allowed us to bring with us some of our abundant precipitation to share with you. So you're welcome, and now we appreciate the warm California sunshine.
This is Give Me Love. Sing along with us.
Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me light, keep me deep in bliss. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Take hold of my hand, that I might understand. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me peace on earth, give me life, keep me free in bliss, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Take hold of my hand, that I might understand. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me life, keep me free from bliss. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul.
Thank you, thank you. And thank you all for your gifts. As we receive these gifts, we give thanks for the giving and the receiving and that cycle that we have spoken of today. And just know that these branches reach far out into the world as givers of light and love and abundant good. And let's bless this abundance together. We give thanks for I'm lost without my slide. All these years. Let's try that again. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. So it is. Let's get our kids in.
A circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in you are one. We are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you and the light in me are one.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. We had a lovely time with Adele and Warren, and Elijah is here too, but there's Elijah. Hi. We had a great morning, and we wanted to share with you that our C's Candy fundraiser is still going on for the youth program here. If you go on our website, there's a link, and if you order C's Candy for yourself or as a gift for someone else, the proceeds go to our youth program so that we can buy more paints and we can buy more rocks, because we painted rocks today. We don't have to buy rocks, but we can buy more snacks and things like that keep our youth program going. And so we would appreciate it if you check it out, and then you get candy and treats for yourself and your loved ones, and it benefits us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say one more thing. The last day to order is December 1st. So, okay. All right.
Well, we are very blessed and grateful, aren't we, for our youth and teachers, and we would like to bless you now, if that's all right. Ready to receive? Okay. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
Please join us in singing I Choose Love.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what we're made of. I
voice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
You are the light and the love and the thanksgiving on earth right now. So let your light shine. Have fun and spread joy.